Hello. I think I'm here. I'm not sure, but I think I am. I'm trying to find my chat button.
There it
It
is.
says I'm live. I'm trying to find my chat button like I did.
There you
Okay, you're going to have to mute that.
go. Okay, I got that turned off.
Okay.
Over here.
All right, y'all give us a give us a minute. This is just my second time doing this, and listen, not technologically inclined. Okay, so I'm trying to find my.
Yep, there you are. Okay,
I think I'm going to have to close.
I've got you. No, don't do anything. I got your chat right here.
I know, but I need to see it.
Well, go to this side.
It's not there.
Hang on.
I've got a thing here that says I'm live, so I don't know if I need to click on this because it's not here.
Did you close that?
I did. So I'm trying to find the chat.
Natural hair insecurity.
So now if someone is there,
Type hello to you.
yeah, you're going to have to say something
Anybody? Anybody?
so that I will know you're in your underwear.
Yes.
Okay.
Go to your channel.
That is my channel. What do you mean?
Okay.
Well, you type in something and I'll see if I can. Oh, okay, it says 3 viewers. I can't.
Touche ole. I can barely see you, but
now it says 2 viewers, but I still can't see who it is.
Good job. It says touche ole.
Okay, I don't see any. I don't see any chats.
Okay, I see the chat. It says touche ole. I can barely see you, but your hair has really grown. Good job.
You can barely see me? Really? I'm not in view?
Yes, you're in perfect view.
Oh.
Danielle Smith says, hello, hello, Danielle.
Hi there. I can't see anything, so it's like I'm not talking to anybody.
Yeah, no, there's 2 people watching.
Well, that's lovely.
Danielle Smith.
But I can't see anybody. So
no,
how can I answer them? I should be able to if I have 2 windows
Smith
open.
Says, I love your hair.
Thank you very much.
Danielle. Fiole says, the lighting.
Really? Is it dark over there? See, that's what I was telling you. So can you turn that on?
Yes.
I was trying to turn the other light on in the. We're going to work on the lighting a little bit, see if you can see me a little bit better. Because I look bright to me.
You actually look pretty good on my side. Oh, Danielle Smith says, I can see you fine. Well, thanks, Danielle.
Okay, then. Well, I don't know why I can't see any.
You won't be able to see anybody.
Any chats. Yeah, but that's not what you told me earlier. So
no, I can see the chats.
Okay. So anyway, I was supposed to be able to open another window and see the chats, which is what
says hello.
Which is what I was told, but apparently that's not so.
Hang on a second.
Because I have 3 windows open and I can't see anything. So I am really sorry about that. I can't see your chats, but my let me see if I can see it on my phone. I could see it on my phone before.
No, I only see 1 window there.
Okay, so I can see the chats on my phone. Hi, Starbell. Okay, so, and this is not going to turn, isn't that lovely? Let me do this. I'll just have to look this because
Okay.
I can't. I thought I would be able to pull up on my computer using a second window to be able to see you all's chats, but for some reason, it's not showing up on my computer. And I don't know why that is. Anyhow, concerning my hairs, what did I use last time I washed it? I don't remember. Oh, I think I washed it in black soap, Shea Moisture black soap. And oh, that's okay. Hi, Delora. I have the same issue that I had last time as far as the chats go. I couldn't get it to come up on my, oh no. Okay. I couldn't get it to come up on my computer. So the chats are on my phone and I'm broadcasting from my computer. So anyhow, yeah, I washed my hair with black soap last time. When was that? I guess Monday? I can't remember. Anyways, it was twisted for like 3 days and then I took it out yesterday. And so this is kind of how it looks right now. But I'm going to wash it Sunday because I got to leave for Texas on Monday. And I can do my hair in hotels. I just hate taking all that stuff with me, but I'm going to have to anyway. So I'll have to co-wash it at least on Wednesday, I think. So anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm looking at your chats here. Everybody fine? Everybody had a good week so far? Glad it's Friday. Was that a song or just a saying, thank God it's Friday? Can't remember. Anyways, y'all still there? I don't know if everybody's still there. If you can still hear me, just type in yes so that I'll know that you're still there, please. Because I'm juggling between two machines here. Oh, can you hear me? Well, I know you can hear me. You're across the room. I don't know if everybody else is still there, though. Nope.
Was there one before?
Nope.
Laura says yes.
Okay, good. Okay, well, that's one person that can still hear me. Okay, Delora. Okay, Star. Well, the last live broadcast, which was really like my first one that I did the last time we were together, I had mentioned some things that I had wanted to talk about this time, but I had such a busy week because we were trying to get a lot of paperwork in and a lot of legal stuff done and all that. And then I thought, let me go back and review the last live event where we talked. And I remember some of the things that we talked about, but I don't remember what I said we were going to talk about this time. And lo and behold, I cannot find it. I looked in my video log and it's not there. So I don't think they keep the live events up forever like they do the other regular videos. I don't know what happened to them. But hi, Sandra. Oh, okay, Danielle. Have a good dinner. See you later. My hubby is taking me to dinner. All right. Have a good one. Can't break no dates now. Anyway, so I was thinking about when I couldn't find the video in order to follow up with what we talked about last time. I was thinking about insecurities, right? Insecurities that we can have concerning our appearance, our natural hair, or whether it's weight or whatever like that, but particularly with our hair. And I was asking myself, where does that come from? I remember when the first time I wore my hair out, like I guess kind of like a wash and go kind of a thing. I went to a funeral. This was a few months back. And it was my first time really wearing my hair out here. And I went to this funeral. And when I went to the funeral, I was keenly aware that my hair was natural. Now, I don't know if that's because the women that were there, most of them had extensions or they were wearing wigs and things like that. And I was very aware. I felt very self-conscious about my hair, although I got some compliments on it. I felt a little weird about it. And I don't really know why that was. Excuse me, other than the fact that it was just, I know I looked different from everybody else that was there. So I was wondering, where did that come from? Was it because I was aware that I was different from everybody else, or is it because it somehow way back when we were kids, we were always made aware that we were different, especially being people of color from the rest of the world, or from Europeans or whatever, that we were different. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that tonight, because I think it's important going forward, especially if people are starting out with the natural hair community and trying to get their legs under them as far as getting to know your hair and what to do with it and how to take care of it and all that, which is everybody's struggle. I think it takes a while to get to know your hair. But I think if we're going to be able to successfully navigate the challenges that come with being yourself and having natural hair, you're going to have to kind of start at ground zero, and that's liking yourself in the first place, right? Because your hair can change, and your hair will change as you age or whatever, go through hormonal imbalances or changes or have a baby or whatever goes on. Your body's going to change, your hair is going to change. And I think if you don't have a healthy respect for yourself at the core of who you are, trying to deal with natural hair is just going to be another monkey wrench thrown into that whole emotional roller coaster thing that can happen, right? That's just my opinion. So I was thinking about, what is the best way for a person who wants to go into just doing natural hair, doing their own hair and being natural with their hair and as natural as they can be? What's the best approach? And I think the best approach is to first start with having a general, yes, I like me attitude. And secondly, I think you probably have to start with the mindset of, I'm going to stick with this as best I can for as long as I can and give it a fair try. Because if you don't, then as soon as you run into a snag, you're going to be ready to quit. I did a video yesterday, I think it was yesterday, with my daughter, and she has a beautiful mane on her head. And she was talking about how sometimes she wanted to quit. She was just sick of it. It was convenient to have her hair processed and all that. And it can be convenient, till you start losing your hair. And then it's not so convenient anymore. So I think there's a whole lot of history and a whole lot of background with Black people that have somehow subliminally made us to feel like or think that we are less than, or we're not as beautiful or pretty or acceptable as the next person if we don't look like the general public, you might say. And I think that's a mindset that really has to be dealt with severely and internally if we're going to learn how to embrace ourselves and our hair, which is part of us. This is how it grows out of our scalp, right? And so we just have to learn it, just like you have to, like your fingernails, they grow or they don't grow. They get long or they don't get long. Some people get very, very long nails. There's a whole thing on Guinness Book of World Records of people that have the longest fingernails in the world. Now, that is not my goal, okay? I'm just saying. But if that was her goal, right, this woman's goal was to grow the longest fingernails in the world, well, she had to learn how to take care of them. And not only that, but she had to deal with the ridicule and the opposition and the critical remarks and everything that came with how she looked as she was going through those different stages of reaching her goal. And if your goal is to grow healthy hair or to grow long hair or to do both, then there are going to be probably some people who think you look weird while you're going through the process of getting to know your hair and trying different products and to see what works and what doesn't work. And you might try something to have you looking like alfalfa one day and looking like somebody else another day, or then it rains, right? Or whatever happens. So I think what I'm trying to say is you have to be committed to whatever it is that you put your mind to. And if you're not committed to it, you're not going to enjoy the journey. It's going to be too much of a struggle. And you're just not, it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard because you're going to always be concerned about how you look to other people. So let me just take a minute and read some of these chats. So Sandra says, I shave my head, I let it grow. Hold your head. I had my big chop 30 years ago. See, that's exactly it. The secret is love yourself. And I think a lot of times we don't, right? And we could not love ourselves for a lot of reasons. Maybe we feel like you have some feature about yourself that you don't like. That's gonna translate over to every area of your life, pretty much, right? If you can think of things about yourself that you really don't like, then change them. Work on changing them. And if it's something that you can't change, like me, I'm short and wide, fun-sized, you might say, then I can change that. I'm not going to get any taller. I can change how wide I am, but I can't change how tall I am, right? And I get short jokes all the time, but it doesn't box me in as far as what I can and cannot do or how I feel about myself or whatever. But when it comes to our hair, I mean, people can be very cruel. Now, I haven't experienced it, but let me tell you, I've heard some stories about women that have had nasty things said to them concerning their hair, or things done to them. I think we mentioned one time, I was asking my daughter, I said, have you ever had anybody walk up to you, just grab your hand? She gave me this look, right? Well, that's another video for another time, but things like that happen, or people just being rude, grabbing your hair, trying to see, is it your real hair, or, and all that kind of stuff. And all those kinds of things, I think, can add to a person feeling insecure and not really knowing how to carry themselves as a natural person. And if we don't work on cultivating confidence, not cockiness, right? But confidence as beautiful women, then everybody else's opinion will dictate who you are as a person. And is that really how you want to go out? Really? Because that ain't no way to be. Now let's see. I did used to say she could go with the Grace Jones. Yeah, I declined. Yeah, my husband told me if I shaved my head bald, he would still love me. And that, I'm glad to know that, but that's not the look I'm going for. So no, I declined on that one. All right, Dolores says, I never had a problem being natural. I love my hair. I just had a problem when I started turning gray, and it took me a long time to accept my gray. Let me tell you, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but when I discovered my first gray hair, I was in basic training in the military. And my mother had a cat named Lady, a Siamese cat. And I had gone home on leave. Well, of course, I had been dyeing my hair since I was 15. I went in the military, I was 25, right? So I got in kind of under the wire because I think the cutoff was 31. But I went in when I was 25. So I'm in basic. Well, you don't have time to dye your hair, not in basic. No, there is no time. You don't have time to breathe without permission. So my hair color started coming out. So I got back home. I had gone on leave. I think I had a little, I don't know, a weekend pass. That's what it was. And I'm in my, I went home and then I left and went back and I'm standing in front of my locker, brushing my hair. And this little white thing was right there that I noticed. I'm looking, like, what is that? And I'm thinking my mom's cat, her hair got in my hair. I'm brushing and brushing and brushing, and it's not coming out. So now I'm getting horrified, right? So I lean into the mirror and I'm like, and I'm pulling at it, and then it hit me. Oh my God. And I had a fit. Do you hear me? I went flying down those stairs, got on the phone, called my mom. I'm just crying like a baby. And she said, what's wrong? What's wrong? I found a gray hair. Well, first there was a long pause. Then there was a long hysterical laugh. I'll never forget it, right? I was mortified and I'm thinking, this is not funny. I am having a life crisis here and you're laughing at me because I discovered a gray hair. Well, when I got to AIT, I had a little bit more time and had a little bit more freedom. I kept right on dyeing my hair because the gray was not happening, okay? So I didn't embrace my gray until just, it hadn't even been 2 years yet. It'll be 2 years. When will it be 2 years? I don't know. Hadn't been 2 years yet. No, hasn't been 2 years yet. But anyway, yeah, I had a problem with that because my mom had premature gray, is what she told me. She told me that she started getting some gray at 15. So I may have started graying at 15. I don't know, because that's when I started dyeing my hair. I just dyed it just because it was something to do. My hair was always dark, very, very dark brown, looked almost black anyway. But I changed it to natural black, and I kept it that way for years. So that's what everybody is saying. Why? I would like to know, why do you have a problem with the gray? I think it's because people have somehow got it in their mind that if you have gray hair, then you're aging, and that's not true. So, Star, why do you have a problem with the gray? Why? You probably look beautiful. You know what I want you guys to do? You should send me a picture to my email address. I think I want to do like a slideshow and just call it Beautiful Women, right? Do a slideshow with all of our pictures on there. Just your first name, though, if you don't want your whole name on there. Really? Dolores said, I felt like I was getting old. I know, Sandra, I like my gray. And let me tell you what else happened with it. It was a streak. That one little hair, it got a little bit wider and a little bit wider. And then I started getting tricky. I thought, okay, I'm just gonna play this. Okay. I'm gonna make the best out of this. Because I didn't have gray all over. It was just in the front. Well, it was actually right here over on this side. And then the strip got wider like that. And then it went all the way back, right? Over time, it went all the way back. And there was no gray nowhere else. So I kept dyeing my hair. But what I would do is I would section off the gray part and wrap it in plastic. Honestly, y'all, I did that. And I would dye the rest of my hair. And I just left the white like it was. And that's what I did. I just thought I'll work around it. And then after a while, I just stopped doing that. But it doesn't, you're not old because you have gray hair. You know, you're just not. Not if you can get it when you're 15. So I like it now. You know, I mean, I like it now. And I remember I had to go to where was I? I think I was in Tennessee or somewhere. And this pastor's wife said to me, she says, "You just rocking that gray, aren't you?" Oh, girl, I'm not ready for that. And I thought, why do we run from that? Right? We're supposed to be like wine. We get finer with age. You know what I mean? And you can't, I mean, listen, you might as well embrace it. It's because it's coming anyway. Just because you hide it, that's like putting a bag over your head and cutting some holes out and walking around trying to cover the gray. I'm just going to rock it the way it is. That's all. See, because it's not gray everywhere. It's just kind of, well, I guess it is kind of gray everywhere, isn't it? But it's not a lot. It's just really concentrated here. See, it's concentrated there. It's concentrated here and there. And then I have, what do you call it? Hereditary cowlicks, right? So here, it's really thin, but that's just the way it's always been, even when I was a little girl. Just that one spot there and the one spot there, and that's just that. So the rest of it just, you know, it kind of fills in, but I have low density hair. I don't have very thick hair. I used to when I was younger. I had hair like my daughter. Yay! Both my daughters. I had hair like them, but not anymore. So anyway, I just want us to not be, you know, just feel some kind of way about ourselves, right? And whether it's gray or not, I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with dyeing your hair if you want to, but if you're going to do that, try to get something that's natural, right? Henna or something like that, that is not loaded with chemicals that can, you know, give you cancer somewhere down the road. Not saying that it will, but it could. So for me, that was one of the reasons why I went natural, is because I didn't want to, the chemicals were starting to affect me and I knew it. My hair was going down the drain and I didn't know why. I was thinking, what is wrong? I just thought it was, you know, hormonal or whatever, until one day my scalp was like really itching and burning. And when I was in the shower, and I thought, wow, we were in our RV and I thought, well, maybe when I disinfected the lines with bleach and stuff, I didn't get all the bleach out when I ran water through it. But I don't think that was it. And then I had a little patch right here that just kind of like came out. And what I did right away was I made a mixture of olive oil. What did I do? Olive oil, coconut oil, peppermint oil, and tea tree oil. And I kept rubbing it. A spray, I used a little tiny spray bottle and I sprayed it on that spot and massaged it in. I think the next couple of days I put a little castor oil on it, and now it's all grown back, you know, but I think that was one of the turning points for me. And then the fact that my husband mentioned to me that it looked like my hairline was receding. So Dolores says, no dye for me. Tried henna, worked for a while. Then I was like, no. Star says, because I am not even in my 40s and because my gray is all over. Well, I guess it's a personal choice, you know. I just think women with gray hair is beautiful if they take care of it, you know, and it does take special care. Not a lot of special care, but it does take some special care. If you if your gray has a tendency to be like a brassy color, there's stuff that you can use that can brighten it up and whiten it up. Some people say gray prettier than others. It can depend where your gray is. In the front primarily looks best, and the color of the gray makes. Yes, the color of the gray does make a difference. And that's what I was saying, right? That you can use things that can help whiten and take the oxidation out of it, because our hair attracts all kinds of stuff from the environment. And you can wash your hair in certain things. You know, some people use blue or purple food coloring. They mix it with their favorite conditioner, and somehow, I've not done that, but somehow it lightens the gray. I don't know how that works, but it does. Laretha says henna lasted only 2 weeks in my hair. I've never used henna. I guess where would you even get henna? At a health food store or something like that? I've never used it, and I don't even know that when I started dyeing my hair at 15, I don't know that I had even ever heard of henna. So anyways, so I just want us to love ourselves, right? And not be controlled by other people's opinion about you or your hair. And I know that's a tall order for some, because we're dealing with all kinds of issues. Some people have very short hair. Some people have long hair that they feel is real unmanageable. And then if you're tall and you want to be short, or you're short and you want to be tall, or you're wide and you want to be slender, or whatever, right? All these little quirks and, you know, things that we have about ourselves that is just part of who we are. Like I say, if it's something that you can change it if you want to. If not, learn to love it, right? Just learn to love it and not let people dictate to you how you should look or anything like that, or how you should wear your hair. Jennifer says, I have problem of sweating in my head and I get so discouraged with shrinkage. Listen, are you talking about night sweats, Jennifer? Here's an answer for that. If you're talking about night sweats, I did a video a long while back talking about night sweats and how it was affecting me. And yeah, I was having some mad shrinkage too then, and I was in transition then. There is a natural herb that you can get from the health food store called black cohosh. Not blue cohosh. That's something completely different. This is black cohosh, and mainly at work. And if you're menopausal, that'll happen, right? Or if you're having challenges with your thyroid, that'll happen, right? So if you haven't been to the doctor, you may need a checkup to see if your thyroid is out of balance somehow. And if that's not it, then depending on your age, you might be premenopausal. And if you are, then yep, welcome to my world with the night sweats. Because I'm telling you, I tell you, I have jumped out of the bed. Oh my gosh. In the middle of the night, oh, I hate it. I wake up in a puddle. I mean, I have woken up where my arms were wet, my clothes were wet. And I was like, in the middle of the night, you know, or I'm in a store somewhere. And I'm in the store. The last time that happened to me, when I was in the store, look, y'all, I was trying to get fitted for some glasses, okay? And the woman is trying to talk to me about these particular frames, and I felt it coming. Oh my God, I felt it coming. And I'm standing there trying to act normal, okay? I don't want to because there are other people in the store. Here I am standing there in the obstetrician thing. And the lady said, and after a while, she started sounding like Charlie Brown's teacher, because by now I'm ablaze, okay? She's talking and I feel it coming up like out of my belly. And then, oh my God. And then I feel it. I feel it. I feel the drop. It's right here. Oh my God. And I said, and then now I'm trying to get the heat out, right? And she says, are you all right? I said, and she's a young girl, right? She ain't had no hot flash. If she does, it wasn't this kind, okay? And I said, I am very sorry. I'm having a hot flash right now. She says, oh, she didn't know what to do. Would you like some water? I said, that would be nice. That would be nice. So as soon as she walks away, my husband grabs the back of my shirt. He starts blowing down my back. We're standing in the store and I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm having a hot flash. Not right now. Yeah, that happened. So anyhow, yeah, it wasn't my finest hour, but there you go. Here we are. You gotta love it. Anyway, yeah, so when I have them at night like that, my head sweats and it's like, and at that time, sometimes, listen, if I wake up the next day and I'm thinking, you know what, this is just going to look crazy, I'm just going to put it in a puff. You know, I haven't had to do that a lot lately, but I'm telling you, I have woken up and I mean, I was wet. And when it first started happening to me, I had 2 cats and I had a king size waterbed. I swore my cats were puncturing my waterbed because I kept waking up in a puddle. I mean, I'm wet. I had one of those egg crates on my bed. I had egg crates on my bed, and the egg crate would be wet or damp, and my clothes are wet. And I'm thinking, where is this leak? I'm telling you, I drained my waterbed 3 times. This is a California king size waterbed, right? I drained that stupid bed 3 times trying to find the leak. I just knew one of my cats had done this. There's a leak in this bed somewhere. Nope. It was me. It was me. Anyway, I had the water bill to prove it too. Anyhow, yeah. My husband says usually if I can start blowing down her back soon enough, it abbreviates the duration. Of course, if it happens at night and I'm asleep, I can't help. No, he can't because he over there. He ain't thinking about me over there suffering. Ah, the agony of it all. Anyhow, yeah, so that happened. So anyway, but with the night sweats and all that, yeah, you can, black cohosh would probably help. It checked it for me. What I did was, and I haven't taken it in a while, but but what I did was I think I took 1 in the morning and 1 at lunchtime and 1 at dinner time, and I didn't sweat that night. I just did not. It just didn't happen. It did not happen. Woke up dry as a bone. I was like, yes, I found the holy grail of menopause. So anyhow, when do they stop? I couldn't tell you because I still have them. I don't know. I haven't reached the age where they stop. So I don't know. I have no idea. Anybody know when they stop? I don't know. I don't know if I'm the oldest one on here or not. I'm 58. I don't think I'm the oldest one on here. But I don't know. I don't know when they stop. Mm-hmm. I have heard of I don't know. I've heard of women having babies in their 40s. So I don't know. I really don't know when they stop. But until they do, we still got to take care of our hairs. And oh, you're okay. Jennifer says she's 57. Anyway, so my whole deal tonight was I thought about all the different kinds of insecurities that we can have and things that if we don't really deal with it emotionally, within ourselves, then it'll carry over into all other areas of our life, and it'll affect people around us if we're very insecure about how we look and all that. And I don't mean that we should just not care. But I don't feel that we should care about how others may see us or perceive us to the point where it's paralyzing or crippling. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody just rang my doorbell. To the point where it's paralyzing or crippling to us, you know, as women or men that just want to be ourselves and don't want to be forced into the mold of having to look a certain way because this is what people expect of us, right? So what's good for shrinkage? Well, I saw some women that use a technique called African banding, right? I've never used it. My hair is low density and fine, right? It's kinky back here and around in here, but my hair is really fine. And the only reason why it looks thick is because it's dry. And when it's dry, it poofs up. And I'm trying to wait until Sunday to wash it, like I said, because I'm going out of town on Monday. But so African threading or banding the hair, and what that is you take your hair in sections and you, I don't know, braid it or twist it, and then there's a special kind of thread that you start at the root and wrap around your hair all the way down to the end. And it keeps it from shrinking up, you know. And I've seen people that had kind of thick hair do the same thing, and they use rubber bands. Now, rubber bands can pull your hair out, right? So, you know, if you're going to use that, use it with caution. Okay, let me see. Embrace the shrinkage. Dolores said, embrace the shrinkage. So, if you could change something about your hair, what would you change? For me, if I could change something about my hair, I would want it to be a lot fuller and a lot longer. Now, I'm not going for waistline length. I'm not going for that. But I would like it to be on my shoulder in its shrunken state, right? I would like my daughter's hair. Her hair is gorgeous. I would love for my hair to be that thick. She gets tired of doing it. I'm telling you, she never wears her hair out, ever. I caught her just before she was getting ready to head to the bathroom to go wash it. I said, wait, do a video with me. She was like, I said, please. I said, your hair's so pretty, do a video with me. So she did. That's how I was able to catch her like that, because she does not wear her hair out. She likes it twisted and pulled back in a one Bantu knot. That's it. She does not wear her hair out. So, yes, Dolores says there are products that will elongate your hair also. So Laretha says if she could change anything, I would change the density. So when it froze out, it's thick. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, what I've heard people say that have really thick hair is that it takes them a very long time to detangle it. And I guess it depends on whatever technique you're using. And it could be that I'm supposed to spend more time detangling my hair than what I actually do. But I don't know. Maybe it's because it's low density and it's, you know, fine. It doesn't take me very long. So Star says she would change the gray. That's funny. Dolores says, I don't wear my hair out either, only twisted and pinned up. Oh, really? I wear my hair like this. This is kind of it, right? I haven't even worn a fro in a long time. The last video that you see me wearing a puff was the last time I wore a puff because I just don't, that's something. I'll wear a puff if I'm like, I had a really failed twist out or something like that, and I have to go somewhere to make it, and I have to make it look decent or presentable to me. and I'll throw a band on my head or something and just say, oh, well, there you go. So, but normally, yeah, I just wear this. But if I could change anything about my hair, it'd be thicker and longer. And I don't know, maybe more gray, because right now it's kind of concentrated in the front. Oh, another thing I would change is the texture of the gray, because it's really hard to deal with. And the front of my hair is high porosity anyway. So you have gray, which is coarser than regular hair, and it's high porosity. So it takes a lot of moisturizing. This is the first to dry out on my head, is where you see it's just concentrated white. It's the first to dry out. Doesn't take any time at all. The rest of my hair could be back here, especially, could be wet the next day, and this is just dry. And I'll have to run my hand into some water and then watch it shrink up, and then try to seal it, because yeesh. Anyways, so somebody would change the gray, someone else would want their hair to be, they change the density. And the rest of you guys, you just like your hair the way it is? You wouldn't change anything? Well, that's good. If that's the case, I think that's great. Anyhow. So anyway, I don't want to keep you guys all night, but I just wanted to talk about the whole insecurity thing, and just commit to getting used to your hair, to learning your hair, what works for it, what doesn't work for it, and just keep working with it. It's just like my daughter said, don't give up. Just keep working with it, and find creative styles to put it in. Or find a style that you really, really like. And if that's all you do, then that's all you do. Just do that. A lot of styles that I see on the internet does not work for my hair, because my hair is too low density. I don't have the thickness or the fullness to put it into a lot of the styles that I've seen. It's just not going to work for my hair. And, oh, okay. Refuse to dye the gray. Says, I miss the shine I used to have. Tumbleweed roll when I walk into the room. Oh, I'm sure your hair is beautiful. You guys ought to send me a picture, and then I can do a slideshow of us beautiful women. That's right. Oh, you're welcome. Laretha says, thank you for the boost of confidence. I appreciate your speech. You're very welcome. I think there's enough negativity in the world right now, right? So we can listen. If we can't embrace ourselves, we're going to have a hard time embracing other people, right? If we cannot accept ourselves, the good, bad, and the ugly, and work to change what we can change, how are we going to help somebody else? How are we going to do that? Okay. Good for you. Jennifer says she loves her gray. I kind of like mine too. It's all right. I'm getting used to it. It's okay. I'm stuck with it. I'm committed. Fenugreek. Dolores says, I have been spraying fenugreek on my hair and my gray has gotten very soft. Is that so? Now, I thought that was for colds or flu or something, fenugreek. I've heard of fenugreek. So how do you get that? Do you buy it in a liquid form, or you're buying the off and making a tincture? What are you doing? You buy it in liquid form. Really? Wow. I didn't even know. Isn't that for colds and flu though? Something that you take, fenugreek, something that you take for colds, like oil of oregano and stuff like that. I have to look that up. Or send me a link or something. Okay. She says, I buy the whole fenugreek seed. Yeah. Do you put it, what do? You put it down in water or you boil it and make a tea out of it and use it like that? Um, Maybe like in the place of aloe vera juice or something? My gray is very, it's just, I don't know. My daughter says my hair feels like baby duck hair. I don't think so, but she does. Okay. Star says it helps with breast milk. It helps you to lactate. Is that the word? Listen, I ain't done that in a while, okay? I can't I can't remember the word. Isn't it lactate? What's the word? Anyway, never mind. Oh my God. Now I embarrassed myself. Okay. Anyways, fenugreek. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna look it up. So she buys the whole seed. Okay. And I'm going to assume you boil it and make it into like a tea. I'm going to assume. That's not right. You have to let me know. All right, you guys. Okay. That is the word, right? Anyhow, okay. Dolores says, I soak it in a cup of water overnight, and the next day I pour it off and spray. Wow. Really? So if you make a larger batch, do you have to refrigerate? I'm thinking you would have to refrigerate it, right? And if so, how long can you keep it? That's good to know, you guys. Fenugreek to soften the gray. I'm going to try that. I'm going to have to go to the health food store and get some. I don't have any fenugreek seeds. I have, what's the stuff that smells like black licorice? I can't think of it. I can't think of it. Anyway. Oh, a week. Okay. Yeah, I found that some of the things like that, like if you make flaxseed gel, which I haven't made yet, I do have the flax seeds, but I haven't made the gel yet. That it only lasts a few days because there's no preservatives, in that stuff. So you have to use it and or make it and use it up. I'm in the process of making some apple cider vinegar and some master tonic. Um, It'll be my first time making my own apple cider vinegar. So I've got a gallon and a half of that brewing, and I've got a gallon of master tonic brewing. Get away from cold and flu medicines, medications. I don't like taking medications, and I'm trying to get away from that kind of stuff. And I know that cold and flu season is coming, so I'm making some master tonic. There you go. Okay, I'm going to try that. There's a health food store right around the corner from us where I can go and get the fenugreek. Now I'm wondering if they don't have the seeds, can I use the leaves? Because I know I've seen that, but I thought I saw it like in capsules or whatever. Hopefully it doesn't have any additives or something in it. But can I use the leaves and steep the leaves and then use that, or does it have to be the seeds? Okay, she says we can keep it for a week and put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to try that. Y'all should try that. And then we can compare notes. By the way, I did go and buy the last video. I think I was showing y'all I used the curling style milk for the coconut hibiscus line for Shea Moisture. I did go ahead and get the shampoo and conditioner. I haven't used it yet, but when I do, I'll make sure I'll let you guys know how it worked out for me. Okay. It might be easier to find the leaves. She said, I will send you a picture of the one I got. Yes, you can use the leaves also. Okay. I think I'm going to try that. Yeah, I'm going to try that because I want something to soften it. And maybe if I can get it a little bit softer, I don't know, maybe it'll hold moisture better? Maybe. I don't know. But I tell you, this gray is something else. I like it, but wowzer. So I don't know. What do y'all think of this definition? Because I don't have any gel. There's no gel in my hair. It's just, that's kind of how it is. It's poofy at the roots. But it did rain here for 2 days too, so there's that. Well, it's getting late for some of you guys that are on the East Coast, if you're on the East Coast. And thank you for bearing with us trying to get this thing set up. It is the craziest thing. We just don't know how to do it. And I guess we did it right, because there you are. And here I am. Look at us. Anyhow, hi, Ann. Thank you. She says, I love the gray and the entire natural look. Thank you very much. I like it too. I'm kind of fond of myself. Anyhow. So I guess I will, let's see. Laretha says, I've been using the TGIN hair products and it moisturizes pretty good. Refuse to dye the gray says, I did not like the shampoo in that line, but love the conditioner. Hello, everyone. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, so, come stick your head in. This is my daughter, who's back in her protective style. See that? She told y'all she prefers to wear it back. There it is. It's hiding. Uh-huh. So there you go. She pulled it back already. Anyway. All right, let's see. I've not tried TGIN. I've seen it, but I haven't tried it. Naturally IFE 360 TV. You have a video on fenugreek. Okay. Dolores says hello. Alicia, she said hi. What a difference a day makes. You see, she got all that mane pulled back like that. That's how she wears it. Yep. I wish I had that hair. Refuse to dye the gray says she's so pretty. Yeah, she is pretty. Giovanna says hello. Hi. She says hi. Anyway, we were talking about insecurities and how there's different things we might not like about ourselves, and it tries to frame our whole existence and all that. So we're going to bust through that. Ain't that right, y'all? That's right. We ain't doing that deal. We're going to like everything about ourselves, and what we don't like, we'll change. That's it. And what we can't change, we will learn to love. There you go. So that's what I'm saying. Thank you, Ann. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So anyway, I'm not going to hold you guys because I know it's late for you guys that are on the East Coast. And I really appreciate you taking this time. And thank you so much for bearing with us trying to get set up. It'll probably be like that next time too. Just saying, we can't get it figured out. And all of a sudden it says, you're live. We're like, okay. So Giovanna says, being natural has made me blossom. I think that's awesome. I really do. I think it's done a lot for me too, you know? And the other thing is, I was wondering, I should have started tallying up how much money I would have spent by now with relaxers and products for relaxers. I don't know that I've necessarily saved a lot of money because, you know, when you're in your first year or two or whatever, and you're trying to figure out what works for your hair, you're trying some of everything. So I'm probably running a close second to how much money I was spending when I was relaxing my hair, just buying products and stuff. I'm also getting ready to make some black soap. I have the ingredients for that too. I am really trying to get away from chemicals and stuff as far as what I bathe with and what I put in me and all that. I'm just trying to be more self-sustaining than I don't like what they're doing to our food and things like that. And when you see these people that are very healthy, that are just dropping dead for no reason or whatever, I think it's food, the different types of foods and things. So anyway, I'm just trying to make my own soap and make my own shampoo out of natural ingredients and things like that. And just try to get away from a lot of chemicals and stuff that can cause my hair to come out. Listen, this is it, okay? I ain't got no more. This is it. And I'm trying to hold on to the little bit of hair I have, is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah. Giovanna says she's not a product junkie anymore. I don't know if well, my husband would probably tell you. Yeah. Well, that's because, see, this what happened. That's because I try to find out what works. But probably when I'm in my third year or my second year completely natural or something like that, I will probably have a better grasp on what works and what doesn't. Like, for example, I know for sure I have to be careful with glycerin. I have to be careful with glycerin because it will dry my hair right out. So, but I found that out, right? I wouldn't have found it out unless I tried to use it. My daughter uses it, works fine with her. Just keeps her hair moist and not me. Anyways, Lisa says, best way to go. I know, right? I know. So I want to be more self-sustaining and have healthier food for myself and my family. When I was in Canada, we had a plot that we were awarded a small plot of land to grow food on. And we grew our own corn, peppers, bok choy, green onions, broccoli, cauliflower. We grew it in like a 6x4 space or something like that. It was just a small plot, like a dining room table size. And we grew a lot of food in that little thing. And I didn't use chemicals. I made my own pesticide with, I used orange peelings, lemon peelings, a little dab of Castile soap and cayenne pepper. What else did I put in it? Cinnamon and tea. And I boiled it and I let it sit overnight. And I put in a spray bottle and shook it up and went down there and sprayed my plants every day. And I didn't have problems with bugs and stuff like a lot of people did. So, and they were using pesticides and stuff, and my stuff was organic. And it was beautiful. My corn, I never tasted corn like that in my life. I never tasted tomatoes like that. And I don't even like tomatoes, but I like those. So I'm saying, the healthier we eat, the better our hair will be, the better condition we'll be in overall. And the more we'll like ourselves, probably, because we'll feel better, right? We won't have all these gripes and issues about ourselves internally or externally. And we might not even be so hard to live with. I'm just saying. Y'all know how we can be. So, Aretha says we need to go back to growing our own food. At least what's in it. That's exactly right. And Giovanna says, I wished I did the natural thing a long time ago. I've been natural 5 years. Wow. She's a veteran. Yes, and lots of water. Lots of water, lots of water. I'm not as good with the water. I'm trying to get better. But water is not, I hate running to the bathroom. I hate it. And I know after a while, your body will get used to it, because there was a time where I was pushing like, more than 8 glasses of water a day. I was also walking almost, hello, it's echoing. I was walking up to 10 miles every day too. My husband stopped walking with me. He was like, so I slowed down. Well, when I slowed down, that's what happened. Yeah. So I want to try to get back to drinking enough water and eating properly and all that. You know, it's the whole run into the bathroom thing. I just hate that. But you're right, especially at night. Oh my goodness. I didn't think I was ever going to get a good night's sleep just because I was trying to do the right thing by drinking water. But all that helps your hair, not just your hair, but your overall health, right? So, and then of course, back in January, I had a heart attack. Now, y'all might not know about that, but there is a video about it, okay? So, yeah, anyhow. So I'm trying to take better care of myself, and I'm still not where I want to be, but I'm getting there. So Dolores says, drink Fiji water. It has silica in it. It will help your hair to grow. And Deborah says, I have been using fenugreek tea on my hair for a while, and my hair have thickened. And really? Wow. I'm going to try that. I can go tomorrow and try to find some of that. So I'm just going to steep it and let it sit overnight and then use that. Okay. Now, are y'all using that instead of aloe vera juice or in conjunction with aloe vera juice, or you don't use aloe vera juice? Anne says, I totally agree. We need to get back to nature and put good quality products inside our bodies. It takes time. It's certainly worth the effort. Yes, it is. It does take time and it is worth the effort. And I have enough land here where I live now where I can have even a bigger plot of land than I did when I was in Canada. I can do it here too. You know, it's just a matter of getting the materials. I want to block it in and all that because I want us to have good food. We didn't have any garbage. I mean, we didn't have any garbage. And if by chance we had apple cores and stems and stuff like that, we had a worm bin that we were making compost with. Well, they were making the compost and we were putting it in the garden. So our little scraps, if we had any, we gave it to the worms. The worms made us some dirt. The dirt went in the garden and we had tomatoes, you know, and boom, it happened just like that. The circle of life. It was working too. So anyways, okay, Dolores says she does not use aloe vera juice. I'm using it right now. I have some right now. I don't know that I'm really seeing, I don't know what it's supposed to do, but I don't know. I'm gonna try the fenugreek and see. Okay, and Deborah says she's using both because the fenugreek leaves a maple smell. Really? Oh, is that so? What am I thinking about that smells like black licorice? I can't think of what that is. No. It's a little seed. I can't think of it. It smells like black licorice. Do you know what I'm talking about, honey? Nope. Yes. It's not fenugreek. It's the Germans use it to make tea for babies if they have colic. And I cannot think of what it is. It's not anise. Might be anise. It might be anise. Giovanna says, how often are you washing your hair? It's pretty. I have gray, but my husband frowns on it all, so I henna. It's been great. What do you think about henna? I've never used henna. I have never used henna. And wait till your husband starts going gray. Is he already gray? Tell him if he can be gray, you can be gray too. I wash my hair once a week. Um, and sometimes, like, you know, in the middle of the week, I might try to co-wash. And if I don't use a co-wash, then I just rinse it. It depends on a few things, like I mentioned earlier, right? If I did a lot of sweating that week, you know, or those last couple of days, then it's important for me because I have high porosity hair to get the salt off my scalp, right? So I might rinse my hair, but I might not necessarily use a shampoo. I might just rinse the salt out of my hair and dry it, or I might co-wash it and then twist it back up or something like that. But I can't wash my hair more than once a week because it's already just very dry anyway, right? Especially the gray. And if I dry it out, it will just break right off. It'll just break. So let's see. Rose powder. Rose powder. Really? Well, I tell you, we can just do all kinds of stuff, can't we? I never heard of rose powder. Is it literally rose petals that have been dried and ground to a powder? Is that what that is? Or is that the name of it? Just the name of it. Wow. Interesting. I've never heard of that. Me neither. I never heard of that. That is really something. It's amazing. Some of the things we can do. But you know what? Before we got really industrialized, okay, we did everything off the land. Everything. That's our roots. You know, everything that we did, our medicines, our food, everything we did came out of the earth. It came from the land. So, and before it got all contaminated and everything. So that's why I'm just really trying to slowly but surely get back to doing more natural things because I want to be healthier. I want my hair to be healthy, you know? And like I said before, I'm not so much going for length as I am just going for a healthy head of hair, you know, whether it's long or short or medium length or whatever. I just want healthy hair. Right now, it is, I guess it's growing. It's here. The shrinkage is real, okay? It's right there. But that's that part, right? The front of my hair is not that long. It's just, it's getting there. It's here. But when I first cut it, it was up to here. So it grew some. Anyway, so Delora says you can get rose powder with Hesh brand. Okay, can I Google that? Can we Google Hesh and find it? Is that an online store? Am I going to be selling black soap? I don't know. I haven't made it yet. So I've got my leaves there. I have my plantain leaves. They're drying, right? They're drying out now. I have my organic shea butter. I have my, what else did I have to get? Oh, what do you call those things? Tamarind pods. I have those. And let's see. So I have 2 pounds of organic shea butter. I'm waiting for my leaves to dry out. In Ghana, they leave them outside for like 3 weeks. Well, it's been raining like crazy here. So that went. So I had them hanging up in my laundry room trying to get them to dry out. And the other thing is making black soap it can be a little bit dangerous. I'm not going to do it in my house because you have to burn the material. That's what makes it black, right? If you want it that way. If you want the potash, or what they call potash, it comes from burned organic material. So I might start it in my oven, and then I'm going to take it outside and finish it in a pan on my grill, because I don't want to catch my house on fire and I don't want to ruin my oven. I mean, because it will smoke. It's leaves. You're burning them, and you're burning the tamarind pods and stuff. And anything that burns is going to make soot. It has to burn. So I'm going to do it outside. And now what is shaka kaka powder? I can't even say it. Okay. Shakai Shakaikai powder. No relation to Shanae, is it? But I can't say Shakaikai. I don't know what Shakaikai is. Yeah, Shakaikai. You just use it like shampoo. I never heard of that. Is it like a dry shampoo or a regular shampoo? Just wow. Yeah, I'm telling you, boy, you can find just about anything on Amazon. My goodness. Wow. Well, when I make my soap, I'll probably, I don't know if I'll put it on this channel or my other channel. For those of you who may not know, I have a travel channel as well. And the update of what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks is on that channel. I just posted that yesterday or day before. If you go to the top of my home screen, you'll see a little tab up there that says my RV life. It's not always that I'm RVing, but that's the name of it. And I can't figure out how to change the title now, just put my travel channel. But anyway, if you click on that and subscribe to that, then you'll see what my husband and I do when we travel and we're living in our RV and all that kind of stuff. And some of you guys are over there as well. And we appreciate the company too and the input. We like taking you guys with us when we go places. So anyhow, all right, well, I think I'm going to get off of here. And I really just want to thank you guys for coming on and bearing with us trying to get set up and everything. Because I know how to check my email. I know how to do a few other things. But as far as I'm not technologically savvy where I got it all together. And even if I tried to write down how exactly we got on tonight, I couldn't tell you how we did it. It was a fluke. Anyway, but we got there and I was glad to be with you guys tonight. So I'm so glad you were here. I hope you are encouraged and will really consider dealing with the mental and emotional blocks that might be in you that keep you from loving and appreciating yourself. And that's not about being conceited or being stupid or arrogant, but it's about just having a healthy respect for yourself so that when others don't respect you, it doesn't take you under, right? And when others don't appreciate you, it doesn't take you under because you have a healthy respect for yourself. Okay? Love yourself, love your hair, and keep it natural. All right? All right. You guys be blessed. Mwah. Thank you for coming on, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later. Bye. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming on. Bye.